everyone, welcome to another exciting video on cybersecurity by Edureka. In today's video, we will explore a critical topic in the field of cybersecurity, which are virus hoaxes. You may have probably come across messages that seem concerning or too good to be true. Well, this could very likely be virus hoaxes. We will explore what virus hoaxes are, how to spot them, and how you can protect yourself from falling victim to these time-wasting scams. So, if you are interested in protecting yourself from malicious hoaxes, stay tuned. Before we dive in, let's quickly look at what we will be covering in this video. First, we will explore what is a virus hoax. In this section, we will define what a virus hoax is, explain its purpose, and explain why it's a problem despite not being a real threat. You will learn how hoaxes rely on fear and urgency to trick people into making hasty decisions. Next, how do hoaxes appear? Hoaxes don't just appear out of nowhere, they take specific forms. So in this section, we will explore how virus hoaxes usually show up, whether in emails, pop-up windows, text messages, or social media posts. Next, we will have a look at real-world hoax examples. This section will provide real-world examples of well-known virus hoaxes. We will examine actual hoaxes that have spread across the internet and discuss their strategies, how they mislead people, and why they work. Next, moving on to how to spot a hoax. Knowing how to identify a hoax is the first step in protecting yourself. So this section will discuss specific warning signs of a virus hoax, such as suspicious links, urgent language, and strange email addresses. And it will also provide a checklist for assessing whether a message is a hoax. Next, what do you do if you receive a virus hoax message? So in this section, we will provide actionable steps to take if you ever encounter a virus hoax. Whether it's a suspicious email or pop-up, we will show you how to protect yourself, what to do if you are already clicked something, and how to stay safe in the future. Finally, trusted resources to cross-check claims. If you ever doubt whether a message is a hoax, we will show you where to verify the information. We will provide tips on how to find credible sources and avoid getting caught by hoaxes. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for the latest tech content from Edureka. Also, visit the Edureka website for the various training and certification courses. The link to the website is in the description box below. So first, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a virus hoax? A virus hoax is a type of a scam or misinformation that tricks you into believing your computer, phone, or device is infected with the virus when it's not. These hoaxes might show you in the form of emails, pop-ups, social media messages, or text messages. And they often use scary language to make you feel like your system is at risk, even though there is no actual virus. So, why do they do this? The goal behind these hoaxes is to create panic and fear so that people act quickly, such as clicking on a harmful link, downloading malicious software, or sharing personal information. And remember, virus hoaxes are fake, but they can still cause problems. They might waste your time, create unnecessary stress, or lead you to make decisions that could expose you to real risk. Now that we know what virus hoaxes are, so let's break down how these scams appear in different forms and trick us into taking hasty actions. So, how do these hoaxes show up? Hoaxes can appear in several different forms, but they all aim to deceive you into thinking you need to take immediate action. And here's how they typically manifest. First, emails. A typical hoax might land in your inbox with an urgent message like, "Your computer is infected. Click here to remove the virus." And the goal is to get you to open an attachment, download malicious software, or follow instructions that will put your data at risk. Next is pop-ups. While you're browsing the web, you might encounter pop-ups ad or warning messages that seems to come from your antivirus software. This pop-up claim that your system has been infected and often direct you to fake websites that ask for personal details or prompt you to download harmful programs. Next is the social media post. Sometimes hoaxes spread on social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and this post might warn about a new virus that spreads through certain links or attachments. And the message might say something like, "Share this with your friends to protect them." This tactic is designed to spread the hoax to as many people as possible. And next we have is text messages. You might receive a text messages claiming that your phone is infected with a virus. The message could contain a link to a shady website or offer you to help you fix your device for a fee. Next is the phone scams. Scammers sometimes call you and claim to be from a company like Microsoft, saying your system is compromised. They may ask you to give them remote access to your device or provide personal information. And regardless of the format, these hoaxes rely on urgency and fear to get you act quickly. And they prey on your emotions to trick you into making decisions that benefit the scammer. Now that you understand how virus hoaxes show up, so let's move on to some real-world examples of these hoaxes that have spread like wildfire. Let's examine two real-world virus hoaxes that have circulated on the internet over the years. These are great examples of how hoaxes spread and how they can trick even the most cautious users. Let's start with the Good Times virus. In 1994, an email warning about a virus called Good Times or Good Times began circulating. The email warned users that if they received an email with the subject line Good Times or Good Times, they should delete it immediately without opening it. And according to the hoax, opening this email would infect your system with a virus that would destroy everything on your computer. It was said to be especially dangerous because it could spread quickly and easily. Now, here is the catch. The Good Times virus didn't actually exist. It was a completely made-up threat. The hoax was never based on any real virus, but the warning itself became a widespread that it turned into a kind of viral panic. What made it dangerous was that people were actually deleting legitimate emails just because they had the words Good Times in the subject line, even if they had nothing to do with any virus. And this example shows how fear-based hoaxes can create widespread confusion and harm even when there is no actual threat. The second example is the Olympic torch virus, which circulated in 2006. This one was a bit more creative. The email claimed that the virus was called the Olympic torch virus and was supposedly hidden in email attachments with a name like invitation or postcard from Hallmark. And the message warned that opening the attachment would activate the virus and immediately wipe out the data on your hard drive. It even claimed that the big companies like McAfee and Microsoft had recognized it as one of the most dangerous viruses of all time. But guess what? There was no Olympic torch virus. It was all a hoax. The real danger was the email itself. People were tricked into thinking they had to act fast or risk losing their data, and they might have even deleted important files or ignored legitimate emails because of this hoax. So what can we learn from these examples? The Good Times virus and Olympic torch virus hoaxes shows us how easily information can spread, especially when it plays on our fear. So even when the warnings are completely false, they can still cause chaos. So it's important to remember that while virus hoaxes can seem alarming, they are just hoaxes and nothing more. Seeing how these hoaxes work in real life gives us valuable insights. But now, let's shift focus to how we can spot a hoax and protect ourselves from falling victim. Knowing how to spot a hoax is critical to protecting yourself. So here are some of the key signs to look out for. First, hoaxes are too good to be true. Hoaxes love to make promises that sound too good to be true. Like for example, you might receive an email claiming you have won a huge prize or being offered free software that promises to protect your computer from virus. So while these offers might seem exciting, they are usually too good to be true. The truth is that most legitimate offers or rewards don't just appear out of nowhere in your inbox. So if something seems too perfect, it's time to be suspicious. Next, a major tactic used by hoaxes is to create a sense of urgency. You will often see phrases like immediate action required, or your computer will be destroyed, or maybe you might act now or risk losing everything. This is meant to pressure you into acting quickly, often without thinking or questioning the message. Hoaxes depend on your panic to get you click on malicious links or attachments. Legitimate messages from companies or service providers won't demand such immediate actions unless it's necessary. Next, we have suspicious links. So when you receive an email or message, always hover over any link before clicking on them. They will show you the actual URL where the link will take you. So if the link looks suspicious, unfamiliar or has strange character in it, don't click on it. Hoaxes messages often contain links that seems like they lead to a trustworthy website, but in reality, they may direct you to malicious sites or phishing pages designed to steal your personal information. Like for example, a link that looks like something that we have here on the screen is a red flag. Always double check the URL to ensure it's legitimate. Next, moving on to typos and grammar issues. A quick giveaway that something is a hoax is poor grammar, spelling mistakes, or awkward phrasing. So official messages from reputable companies or organizations are usually well written and error-free. So if an email is full of typos or awkward sentences, it's a sign that it might not be legitimate. Like for example, a message saying, "Urgent, your account will be locked if not updated immediately. To ensure your safety, click the link below. Failure to update will result in your account being disabled. Act fast." So this is definitely a warning sign. These types of errors are often found in hoaxes and phishing emails because they do not come from professional source but from someone who is trying to deceive you. Knowing how to spot a hoax is half the battle. Now, let's look at the next critical step, what you should do if you ever encounter a virus hoax message. So, it's easy to panic when you receive a virus warning, but reacting too quickly can cause more harm than good. So, here's what you should and you should not do when you encounter a virus hoax message. So, what not to do? Don't panic. The first thing to do is stay calm. These messages are designed to cause fear and confusion, but reacting impulsively can lead to mistakes. Next, don't click on the links or open attachments. So never click on the links or open attachments in the message. Doing so could lead to malicious website or trigger the download of harmful software. Then, don't respond to requests for personal information. If the message asks for personal details, login credentials, or remote access to your device, don't respond. Legitimate companies will never ask for such information via such messages. Next, what to do? Verify the alert. If you are unsure about the message, verify it with the official company or service provider that allegedly sent it. Use their official contact details from their website and not the ones provided in the message. Next, search for hoax information. If you're still unsure, look up information about the alert online. Many hoaxes are widespread, so you will likely find details that confirm whether it's fake or not. Then, do not forward. Avoid forwarding the message to others. Hoaxes spread quickly and forwarding it could help propagate the scam. Next, delete suspicious alerts. Once you have determined that it's a hoax, delete the message immediately and don't keep it in your inbox as a reminder. Then, report to the IT team. If you work in a workspace, report the hoax message to your IT team. They can investigate further and ensure that other employees are aware of the threat. And by following these simple steps, you can stay safe and help prevent hoaxes from spreading further. And by knowing how to respond to a hoax, you can stay protected. But to ensure you don't fall for hoaxes in the future, let's now explore some trusted resources to cross-check claims. Here are some trusted resources to verify hoaxes. First, we have Snopes. It helps people identify virus hoaxes by providing fact-checked articles that debunk misinformation and viral rumors, offering reliable explanation based on evidence. Next, factcheck.org. It combats virus hoaxes by analyzing and verifying claims related to health and viruses, ensuring accurate information is available to the public. Next, PolityFact. It works to expose virus hoaxes by rating the truthfulness of viral claims and misinformation using a thorough fact-checking process. Next, FullFact. It helps detect virus hoaxes by scrutinizing health-related claims and correcting misleading or false information to inform the public. Next, Lead Stories. It identifies virus hoaxes by providing real-time fact-checking and debunking viral claims, helping users avoid misinformation. And with these resources in hand, you will be well equipped to verify hoax claims. And these platforms help ensure the information you encounter is accurate and reliable. Alright, this brings us to the end of today's video on virus hoaxes, and we have covered what virus hoaxes are, how they manifest, and the common signs to watch out for. We have also looked at some real-world examples of hoaxes and learned how to spot them, along with the best practices to follow if you ever receive a virus hoax message, like verifying the alert, searching for hoax information, and reporting it to the IT team. And if you enjoyed listening to this video, please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment on any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Do look up for more videos and playlists and subscribe to the Edureka's YouTube channel to learn more. Thank you and happy learning.